Delegate Smigiel.
Thank you, sir. Do you have a specific document you could show us that shows the numbers that went in to looking at the discharges from the various areas, such as the Senator was pointing out? I think Baltimore City, at least a couple times that I recall, spilled a couple 100 million gallons of raw sewage into the bay, and looking at what that percentage is of nitrogens and phosphates going into the bay versus what the septic systems are putting in. Do you have those numbers anywhere?
Yeah, we actually have done that analysis. It was a question in one of our budget hearings, and I'll get you that. But specifically, the spills are a very small percentage.
100 million gallons of raw sewage several times last year is a small percentage?
Because of the amount of nutrient that we discharge from wastewater and stormwater, agricultural runoff, but I'll be able to provide you those numbers.
I was asking specifically, sir, in relation to what I understand in reading through the documents we've been presented is about 0.5% coming from septic systems. How does it relate when you're looking at the large spills just to the septic systems? The 0.5% of the nitrogen and phosphates going in. What is the percentage of those large spills?
Septic systems currently are discharging at about 6%, and if we don't deal with the growth, we're going to add another 6% per year, and the percentage of nitrogen and phosphorus from sewage spills, which occur during storm events, which are highly diluted by the rainfall and the runoff, are actually quite small, down in the fractions of a percent.
Okay, you indicated that the Maryland Department of Planning growth estimates were used to determine this. What were those growth estimates and when were they from? Because as you know, since all this was done, we've had a complete collapse of the housing industry, and the growth is no longer a significant problem. So have there been new projections based on the reality of the situation today after the collapse of the housing industry?
Yes, the estimates that I'm citing are new estimates that the Department of Planning produced just this year in the discussion of the Sustainable Growth Act.
What would be that name of that document, and where could I get those to see the change from when you started saying we need to make these significant changes because of this projected growth, and what was that projected growth at that time originally? What was the projected growth?
I don't have those figures off the top of my head, but we can certainly get the Department of Planning to provide them to you.
What's the current projected growth that you're working with, that you're sitting before us today and saying, we have to do this because this growth is so enormous? What is the projected growth today?
I believe the fact sheet indicates projections currently, the fourth bullet down on the second page under proposed regulations at a glance. Regulation will result in upgrading 2,240 new septic systems a year. That's in the portions of the state that are subject to this, which drain to the bay.
You're talking about only the rural areas of the state?
The septic systems generally in rural areas, that's correct.